What to expect in today's episode. A full in-depth house tour, lots of footage not shown before as well. A day out in London at the Grand Designs exhibit and also a spot of shopping in Harrogate too. Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is the second video that I've done here on YouTube. I'm Kirsty. For those that are new to following me, you might have also come from my Instagram as well, kdg_home. I am in my current home now. We've renovated a 1960s home. It was a 3-bed detached into a really beautiful family home that we've lived here for quite a long time now. We've completely renovated it and I share lots of DIY tips and tricks and interior design tips and that kind of thing, art, all sorts. So check out my shorts or also check out on Instagram. But this is really to document weekly vlogs of what I've been up to, but also about the new house that we've bought. Today is all about what we've been doing this week, so let's get to it. We've had so much lovely weather this weekend. Anyway, we decided to pop into Harrogate, which is not that far from York, just half an hour, and we headed into Arlo and Jacob and had a look at their new designs. I haven't properly got stuck into all the interiors yet, as we're just waiting to hear back from planning for the house, but I am desperate to get stuck in. I've got so many ideas floating about, and my sofa is going to have to be slightly different than the current one that we've got, just because of the space that we've got. Anyway, excited to share more about that soon. Had a little look in Mandarin Stone as well at all of their gorgeous tiles. Headed into Oka as well and actually found my sold out vase, which sold out online, but I found it in store. So if you're looking for it, Harrogate has one. Pretty linen cushions, love these. And then of course finish every shopping event with a lovely lunch, and we went to the Ivy. We headed to the Grand Designs event in London on Sunday, which was actually really good and useful. We had a look at lots of companies that could help with solar panels and electric airflow systems. This Howden's kitchen is absolutely beautiful. They've really upped their game. There's some gorgeous marble alternatives. Oh, and look, table like mine. You know, I love a bit of crystal, and I will be continuing to have that in my new home as well. So just looking at all the new colours, different glasses here at Black Steel Designs. So we're looking at getting the air source heat pump with the government scheme for the new home, because we only have electric. So we also want solar powered roof as well to help. We've got loads of inspo and ideas. And a light green wall in my house? Yes, please. And welcome to my new house. I thought I would start off with doing a full tour of the property, and then maybe in another episode I will share kind of what we're going to do with it and that kind of thing. But first of all, I'm just going to show you one of the reasons why, well, the main reason why we really fell in love with this. The views are incredible and the plot size is a really great size as well. So here we go. Seriously need to sort the garden out. Oh, can you hear the cockerel? It's very country out here. I love it. It's not actually that far from our house, but it just feels so much more in the country. So that is the view from my front door. And this is the view from the back. So we will be taking some of the garden up for the extension. So this is the hallway. I'll try not to say too much because I want to leave some for another time, but we will be opening this right up in more ways than one and having lots and lots of light in here. And this is it just around the corner, and the view from another angle as well. As you can see, it's not been touched for a very long time. There was an elderly lady that lived in it before. Here are the bedrooms. This actually is going to be our bedroom, and look at those views. You get these views from both of the bedrooms, which is so nice. They love a little side window in a 1960s house. Ours had this in our current home and we blocked them up, and we will probably be doing the same in this house too. This room will stay as a bedroom as well. So just before we actually bought the property, they had a huge leak. The pipes burst and water just was everywhere, so they have repaired it, but we are left with some damage. But because we're already doing stuff to the house, there's the views again, that we didn't mind. There's Ruby heading into the open lounge area. That's Ruby. She's my youngest, who's 18 this year. Can't believe that. So these are the views from the back. It's absolutely stunning, and it's actually a really great size, this room. It's got a wallpapered ceiling. I think it's the only room that has, and it's also got some coving, we noticed, and this lovely electric fire, which we will be pulling out as well so they can see the coving and the fire. How lovely. Yes, so we're going to be taking that out. It's got a big crack in it as well. So this is the living room. If you've watched my Instagram, I've kind of explained a little bit about the house. So the bedroom's at the front and the living and the kitchen areas at the back, which I actually really, really like. So if you actually weren't going to do anything to it and just going to live it as a bungalow, it's a really, really, really good layout, I think. So the owners before have lived here for years, I think since like the 1960s. I think there's one person that lived before them. So they've done things slowly to it. So I think the last time probably they did anything to it was probably the 1980s. But unfortunately, she went into a home. And so her family then had to sell this to be able to pay for that. But I'm really hoping to lovingly restore it. And I have met the children of the owner, and I will definitely be inviting them round to see what it looks like when it's finished, because I think they'll really, really love what we do to it. So a little bit of inside info is we are keeping it as a bungalow. Lots of people have been asking me if we were going to just keep it as a bungalow or go up. Actually, part of the deed said we couldn't do anything other than maybe like a dormer bungalow, but we're going to keep it as a bungalow. I don't think there's that many bungalows about. I feel like I've said bungalow like a lot of times in that conversation, but I really like them. I really like it all being on one level. Yeah, so they've left a bit of furniture for us, so I might do something with that because I always think it's really nice to kind of keep something from the previous owners. We've kept like newspaper clippings and that kind of thing that would have been left in our current home now. One thing I really, really love about this house, it's so cute. We won't be keeping it, but I do really like it. It reminds me of my auntie. My auntie made this. I used to go and stay with her when I was a little girl as a bit of a treat, and she would always have this from her kitchen to a dining room, little hatch. It's very cute. Unfortunately, I won't be keeping it, but I do really like it. It's very nostalgic. This whole house has electric heaters, so there's only electric in the house at the moment, and so we're trying to think of new ways to be able to make this home a bit more eco-friendly, and things like solar panels and that kind of thing. But I'll get into that in a little while. But right, I'm going to keep on giving you a tour of the property. So these are just some cupboards here. So we're hoping obviously to knock all this through. Water tank, quite a big space. I tell a lie, the bathroom is relatively new and they have literally just replaced the ceiling because this is where the leak was. But obviously it's quite a small bathroom, so we will be taking this out and then hopefully getting a bigger one. So now heading into the kitchen. As you can see, it is quite a lovely layout as it is. Like you could just knock through that door if you really wanted to have a lovely open plan kitchen diner. But this room actually won't be a kitchen at all. It'll be 2 rooms eventually. Obviously, we'll talk more about that another time. But let's take a moment for these views, because that is one thing that I don't think I'll get sick of and hopefully won't ever change, fingers crossed. But yeah, so beautiful. As you can see, those views are absolutely beautiful. And my dad always said, always get the worst house in the best spot, and try not to get anybody overlooking you. And I feel like I would have definitely made him proud. So yeah, look at those, really nice. I think absolutely desperate to get stuck into the garden, but Danny keeps reminding me we really need to keep waiting for planning, hence why we've not properly started anything yet. We want to wait until we hear back from planning and then get stuck in, and then we know what things we need to take out and rip out in the house and that kind of thing. You can really tell that the previous owners love their gardening. They've got so many beautiful, large, curved borders with lots and lots of flowers that obviously, unfortunately, hasn't really been tended to because they've got into a home. But yeah, some gorgeous trees and views. And this is it from the other side. Obviously, it looks like a really small bungalow. Just showing you here some of those beautiful big borders. It's currently a 2-bed 1960s bungalow, but we're hoping with the changing dynamics of our family that we can turn this into a beautiful 4-bed family home.